You'll often hear people say that recycling all goes to the same place, or that the system simply doesn't work. And while there is some element of truth to that, let's break it down. Firstly, anything that can't be recycled in the UK is either sent to landfill or energy from waste facilities, where it is incinerated to create energy. This route costs councils more than £100 a tonne, sometimes much more, costing councils hundreds of millions every year. However, when you separate your recycling from your general waste, most of the time this is collected all together. This then goes to a sorting facility where different materials are separated using some real high-tech stuff such as big magnets, air-fired sorters, and increasingly nowadays picking robots. Once sorted, this material is then sent to recyclers to use in new products. This route means the council often actually get paid for this material, or only pay a little bit, so it wouldn't stack up for them to send everything for disposal. However, one issue is that when it does go off to recyclers, there is less control of what happens to it. Most plastics, for example, are actually exported to manufacturers abroad for use in new products, with Turkey being a huge market. There have been times where some real low-quality items end up where they shouldn't, in countries with much less strict regulations than those in the UK. However, this is only for a minority of a material. Another reason many people say recycling is broken is that some materials, such as paper and plastic, can only be recycled a set number of times before the quality is simply too low to use again. Therefore, campaigners say you can't recycle your way out of the waste problems that we have. However, for some materials, such as glass and aluminium, they are infinitely recyclable, so the argument does stack up there. So, while the system isn't perfect, it certainly isn't completely broken and can really help to deliver a more circular economy for us all.